Artsy's sister, and today we're gonna see if we can finish chapter 3 of La Casa, or the house, by me. When the meal was concluded, the children went to brush their teeth. They usually did so whenever it got close to bedtime. The time actually quite varied. Since they had played a lot outside, they went directly to bed. Irina retired to the library to practice her divination. It was a skill that required polish. To attune them, she would use them to predict the past. She gauged whether the cards were in a speaking mood or not based on their accuracy. If they were not in attacking mode, it was best not to press the issue. She brought out from her tower case her little Elegua figurine. She placed some candy and a couple of marbles for it as offering. She then lighted a Cuban cigar and she breathed over the statue. The statue resembled a little black volcano. From the top, the smoke made it emanate a sappy-looking substance. Angelica saw her mother performing this rite, and she shook her head sadly. As for Eduardo, he was watching TV with the volume low. Currently, the TV was showing La Gran Escena, or the Grand Stage. The show featured classical works, especially ballet. Angelica still remembered her little ballet practices. She still enjoyed watching the dance and hearing the music. In fact, she enjoyed all types of dancing. It was a pity that her husband had been born with 2 less feet. Still, he did not stop her from dancing whenever there was a dancer able to keep up with her. The TV was showing Alicia Alonso as Giselle. Alonso was the most famous ballerina in Cuba, and she founded the Alicia Alonso Ballet Company. All the top Cuban ballet dancers had been trained under her. About 2 hours before midnight, the crickets awoke. They started making the ungodly noise associated with the ill. Those used to the loud can easily tune it out. As for outsiders, it may seem to them like an auditory attack. Noise pollution was quite common in Cuba. Sometimes it was biplanes, others an arbitrary alarm, and even a cannon shot. Things were usually a lot quieter when there was a blackout. Angelica noted the time and she decided to check up on the children. She scratched her knee with her fingers before getting up. As she walked towards the room, she did so again. It was then when she noted the ungodly mosquito bite. Further examination of the leg revealed 4 other mosquito bites. After whispering some profanity, she took the medical kit and she applied a bit of antiseptic cream. With this done, she finally arrived at the room. She noticed Eufrasio sleeping soundly. As for Lucero, she had her little brow furrowed. Lucero was prone to nightmare. Angelica gave a closer look at her daughter and she frowned. The girl was scratching her forehead while she slept. Angelica noted a new mosquito landing on the forehead of her daughter. Angelica entered within the mosquito net and she gently swatted the mosquito. This took a lot of calibration. She had to both be swift and gentle. Angelica sat there watching over her daughter. Eufrasio came to check up on her as well, and Angelica whispered, "I'm going to keep an eye on her. Go to sleep," Eduardo noted. By now, everyone had gone to bed. The only light came from the nightlight. The light coming from the hallway had been turned off. Again, Angelica noticed that her daughter was crashing. This time her arm. Feeling that this was getting ridiculous, Angelica crawled on the mosquito net and she turned on the light. Lucero Eufrasio awoke. They merely turned in their sleep. She was used to lights turning on at random times back in the hospital. As such, the sudden burst of light did not disrupt her REM cycle. It only deepened it. With plenty of light, Angelica was able to see them. Why the mosquitoes were so fixated on Lucero, Angelica would never know. The point was that the tenacious little creatures were poking holes into the mosquito net. Since the netting was not working, Angelica entered with it and she swatted away all the mosquitoes that attacked the little Lucero. She waged silent war against the mosquitoes for hours, but eventually they won. Angelica, exhausted, fell asleep beside her daughter without realizing. When morning came, her little girl had bites from head to toe. Since it was summer, the children were of the habit of sleeping without bedsheets, with only a thin pajamas covering them. The little girl had been easy picky. Irina was the one to notice her. It was her cry of horror which woke Angelica from her peaceful slumber. She saw her mother cradling Lucero crying. She kept asking, "You fool, how could you let this happen?" Since Irina was crying, Angelica started crying as well out of guilt. After a few minutes, Eduardo came to see the commotion. He too gave Angelica a serious talking to. The only person undisturbed by this all was Eufrasio. He was a heavy sleeper. He only found out about what happened to his sister around noon when his belly awoke him. He noted that all of the stuff they had brought had been put away. He asked his father, I thought we were going to leave here. The mosquitoes attacked your sister. We're not coming back to this house ever again. Noticing his dead stone, Efraín decided not to press the issue. He had a non-confrontational type of personality. With everything packed, the Mason family left the house in La Palma for good. It will be another year before they will move into the house that is the main setting of this story. The end. Well, we'll continue with chapter